Rosie.
Is that his sister, then?
I have no idea.
Well, Mrs. Bishop said she was expected, so I dare say.
Ken,
Hi, Rita.
have you spoke to Mavis?
What about?
Well, she wanted you to say a few words in church.
About Derek?
Yeah. I know, but she seems to think you'd be the best one to do it. Anyway, I'm just warning you.
Well, I knew I'd get invited here sometime. Pity it couldn't have been while he was alive.
Would you like a cup of tea, Edith? I'm just going to make one.
That would be nice, thank you. But can I not do anything to help?
Oh, I think everything's in hand. It is. So you just sit down and make yourself at home. Now you are here at last.
Me again.
Hello, Edith. I thought it was you I saw arriving.
Sad day, isn't it?
It is. We must all help her to get through it. So, how are we doing?
Well, I think that's about it. I'm making a pot of tea.
Well, look, Ken Barlow's at home if you want to go across and talk to her about speaking in church.
I will. I'll just pop across now. Can you see to the kettle?
I will.
We seem to have got an awful lot of drink.
Well, depends how many are coming.
Will his first wife be attending, do you know? Angela?
I don't think so, no.
What a pity. I always got on with her.
Yes, very nice. Except if everybody dressed like that, I'd be out of a job.
Sorry, I just didn't expect anyone to be coming in.
Don't apologise, please. It's just what a girl needs before a funeral.
Oh, yeah. Kev's going to that. That's why I got the afternoon off.
Well, come with me if you like. Of course, you'd have to put some trousers on.
I'd rather not. I mean, I hardly knew the bloke.
Well, I didn't know him well.
So why are you going then?
Well, suppose because his wife asked me if I'd like to.
So you say no thanks, but I hardly knew him.
And spend the rest of my life feeling guilty and trying to avoid her.
So it's got nothing to do with the bloke that's dead. It's so you can feel better, so you don't feel guilty.
I am not debating why I'm going to a funeral with somebody who has no clothes on.
You're just going out of fear of other people's reactions, Ange.
Well, probably, yeah. That's why I do most things.
Now listen, love, if anybody asks for any more food, just tell them normal service is suspended on account of we're having a funeral for one of our regulars.
Why don't you make some sandwiches? We're not going for a while.
Well, you make them then. Anyway, it's a mark of showing respect, isn't it, for the departed?
A mark of showing respect for Derek Wilton by not making sandwiches.
Look, just make them, love.
Right.
Anyway, regularly, you said. A regular half was Derek. Man, you look on the bright side, him going isn't going to damage the profits too much, is it?
Well, I hope you're not going to tell his widow that.
Oh, hello, lovey.
Hello. So how did it go then?
Oh, we had a really nice time. Cooked me a meal, couldn't do enough for us.
I bet Brad being there must have put the mockers on it, though, eh?
Oh, no, it was really good with him. He was glad I'd taken him.
Oh, it's unusual then.
Yeah. The only thing he complained about was that Jamie wasn't there as well. Then we'd have been a proper little family.
Yeah, well, just tell him. If he wants a family, tell him to get one of his own. Where you going?
I'm going in there to make sure they know what we're doing while we're at the funeral. Where do you think I'm going?
Oh, whose funeral is it?
Derek Wilton's.
Oh, is that today? Oh, they won't expect me to go, will they? Hey? Yeah, no, they won't.
Andy, lad, count on you till we get back, can we?
Only till about 3, Jack, because I've arranged to visit our kid.
Oh, that's Tricia, if she can step in then.
Thanks, lads.
A right couple of husbands we've got, Betty. Not up to going to a funeral.
Betty, Audrey, am I glad to see you?
Well, what's up?
Well, Mavis has asked me to say a few words and, well...
Oh, no. Well, I wouldn't know what to say either. Do you know, he always struck me as a bit peculiar.
Well, he was caretaker at the school. Do you think I should refer to that?
What? Derek was very good at sweeping up.
Perhaps not.
I know.
Hiya.
Hello, hi, Martin.
Hiya.
What would you like?
The pint, please, and a white wine.
Ah, yeah.
A white wine, please.
Ooh, I've not seen that outfit before.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I didn't have anything suitable.
Well, neither do most folk, but they don't go splashing out on whole new outfits. Not just for one day.
It won't be just for one day. I'll get plenty of wear out of this, don't you worry.
Now, you two were neighbours of Derek's, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so very recently. Yeah, I know, only I've been landed with having to say a few words about him in church.
Hello?
Ashley?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Excuse me, but what is this? Have you come back here just to check up on me?
You can't blame me if you have.
Look, I'm a grown man, I live in my own house, I'll do what I damn well like.
Looks like you're getting dressed up for something.
Yeah, funeral, yeah. As a matter of fact, Derek Wilton's. That is, if you've got no objections. You've obviously set yourself up as some kind of social worker, checking up on my behaviour.
I just wondered how you were.
Oh, great. Top of the world. I mean, why not? I'm going to a funeral.
Large Scotch, please, Samantha. What about you two?
No, thanks, Mike.
No, no me, love.
Do you know, I'll miss Derek. He was a nice man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was all right, but I can never understand why anyone would employ him. I mean, I wouldn't.
No, well...
Well, I'll say this for him. I mean, he's left his wife while she's still got her health and she's young enough to get a new life together.
And that's what you think we should all do, is it?
I'm saying it's in his favour.
So, come on. I mean, what do you think about when you think of Derek?
Gnomes?
Oh.
And will you be staying in this house?
Well, I haven't had the chance to think.
But for the time being...
That'll be him.
I'll go. You just take your time.
Edith, I'd like you to come in the funeral car with me and Rita.
Only the one, is there?
Yes, there's only one needed. We're not a very big family.
I better get across to Mr. Sugden. He's been ready since 9 this morning. Yes, they're ready for us. And there's quite a lot of flowers.
Oh, he liked flowers.
I know I've got a black tie somewhere because I bought it when we buried Sal's dad, but where's she put it?
That looks fine.
Well, anybody want to lift? Yeah, why not?
I was catching one off him.
Hang on, they're going. They're cutting it fine.
They've got plenty of time.
Half the congregation, they're still in there. Shall I go to the door and give them a shout?
No, Mr. Sugden, just get into the car.
Oh, all right then.
I mean, there's no point in taking more cars than's necessary. Besides, I don't know where the church is.
No, me neither.
You don't?
Why do you know?
Well, that's one reason I wanted a lift.
Quick, get in. We'll have to try and catch them up.
What do you think of the print shop, then?
What?
Well, you know I was looking for new premises.
Not now.
Yeah, but that'd be ideal. I don't want to lumber myself on what I had before. I want to keep the overheads at rock bottom.
You know Don's here, don't you?
Yeah. Still, good sign, I suppose. Unless he started turning up at every funeral in Weatherfield.
Please be seated.
Reverend. friend of Derek's would like to say a few words.
That's fine. I'll indicate the appropriate moment.
Oh, thank you.
I could lease the place to myself, so I could charge myself what I liked. Hey, glad I thought about that.
Can I welcome you to the parish church of St. Peter and Paul, where we are gathered to mark the passing of Derek Bernard Wilton, husband of Mavis.
It's always a risk moving in with a bloke. When you've got kids as well.
Is that what you're doing, moving in there?
I didn't say that.
No, but it sounds like you're thinking about it.
See you later.
Yeah, see you, Andy. Bye.
Hi up. Looks like we could do with a few more of these funerals, mate.
One a week, man. One a week. Yeah.
If only we could look into the future, eh? Know what was going to happen.
Has he asked you to move in with him?
We've talked about it.
And now I gather there's someone here who would like to say a few words. So, if that person would care to step forward.
Oh, no. Again.
My first meeting with Dirk was one which was to change my life.
That's not even his name.
There I was, at a service station on the M6, with nothing much to look forward to in life anymore, when suddenly I met this man, who has become my friend, and I would even say, my saviour. What was he doing there? Well, I'm sure Mavis won't mind me mentioning that she'd driven off and forgotten about him. We all have these little lapses of memory, don't we? Anyway, Dirk and I were to become firm friends. Such firm friends, in fact, that I ended up marrying his first wife, who sends her condolences, by the way. Now, if you were to ask me what were Dirk's main qualities, I'd say loyalty, honesty, and a fine sense of humour. I remember when Mavis forgot his 60th birthday, how he took it in his stride and even saw the funny side, just as he did with all the other ups and downs he encountered. We all have our own memories. It might be important. But my favourite memory of Dirk is Dirk. Oh, yeah, speaking. Yeah, well, can you hang on a minute, honey? I'm in a church. Reception's not all on that good. behalf of Hawthorne No, Station. it's not a wedding, it's a funeral. And returning at night, Well. victorious.
It's a friend of ours, and he had his heart attack.
Look at him. No respect for anybody, living or dead.
A firm friend, a respected member of the community, and a good husband to both his wives and the Keane gardener. It has been simply our privilege to have known him.
Thanks.
For what?
For seeing me.
Well, when you've been stuck in here long enough, you're glad to see anyone. So if you come to say them?
All I can say, I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
If I could do the extra 2 weeks for you, mate, I would.
Well, if you could, I'd let you.
Nice one.
So what's it all about then? And getting drunk, picking fights. Have you forgotten you're supposed to be the sensible one?
Yeah, well, not anymore, mate. There's a lot that's changed. I'm out of university. Finished with that.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you know, because of all that business with my mum and that lunatic that came round to our house. You do know it all ended up with me having a gun pointed at me.
Yeah.
Well, then.
So how long did this last then? This gun being pointed at you?
How long?
Well, you know, I mean, 10 seconds, 2 minutes, what?
I wasn't timing it.
How were you not? You see, because I have been timing what's been happening to me. And so far it's lasted 10 months and 17 days. And there's been times I'd have welcomed someone pointing a gun at me. The only difference is I'd have been wanting them to fire it.
I'm not trying to compare with this.
No, you try to tell me what a terrible time you've been having. Which is why I'm stuck in here for an extra 14 days. Which is, 336 hours. You see, I can do these sums in my head now.
I've said I'm sorry.
For yourself, yeah.
Look, I don't know why I bothered coming.
To tell me what a hard time you've been having. I mean, dropping out of university and living at home and getting drunk, I mean, it must be hard for you. Whereas me, I mean, well, what do I know? I've lost my job. I've lost my wife. I'm locked up in here. But I mean, when I compare myself to you, I realise how lucky I am.
Smart, Steve, yeah.
Yeah, well, just don't come round here asking me to feel sorry for you.
Mike sent his apologies, only he's got to go off on an appointment.
Well, it was very nice of him to come to the church.
Well, he always thought very highly of Derek.
Would you like to help yourself to something to eat?
Oh, you will, thank you.
Mavis, I'll have to go because I've got things to see to.
Yes, of course.
I realise this must be a very difficult time for you. If you decide on a holiday, I could always manage a discount, you know.
I don't think I'll be going anywhere for a while. But thanks anyway.
Oh, now.
Put it away.
Yes. I don't know what it's doing there, actually. I would have to be thanks.
Well, what could I do? I couldn't push him out of the way.
Not that you wanted to.
And you were going to say pretty much the same thing anyway, weren't you?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Along those lines?
Cannot believe it. I did lay it on a bit, yeah, but you have to on these occasions, don't you?
Yeah, but he never did anybody any harm now, did he? I mean, that's something.
Yeah, it is, but, you know, we were going to have to let him go at work. I mean, he just wasn't cutting the mustard.
Oh, so him dying like that saved him getting the sack then?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but that's what they say, isn't it? Every cloud has its silver lining.
I wonder when his funeral is, Betty. I wouldn't mind going to that.
I'll go with you, love.
Yeah, we live next door here for about, about 6 months.
Sounds like a long-term relationship for Des.
You sound as if you know him well.
Well, I thought I did for a while. Well, when I say a while, it didn't last anything like 6 months. More like 6 nights.
You've got Rosie to look after, and the house, and fend for yourself.
Yep.
I admire that very much. There's not many young men, you know, that capable.
Well, I'll let you into a secret, Mr. Sugden. If you had a flaming choice, I'd have her back tomorrow.
Here you are, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Bishop.
How's Mavis doing?
Seems all right, though I don't think Mr. Cole's speech was quite what she expected.
What? About leaving him at the service station now?
Look, I'm getting fed up. Vera, I'm getting fed up, so I'm off now.
Right, well, I'll stay for a bit.
Right, now, do us a favour. Say something nice to Mavis, because you know I'm not very good at that time.
Lie, you mean? Like say that we'll miss him and all.
Something like that. All right.
Go on, get off.
There's lots to forget that Derek was very happily married until Mavis come along and put an end to it.
What do you mean, put an end to it?
Well, I'm not one to point the finger, but she was the Scarlet Woman, where Derek was concerned.
Yeah, you can't imagine it, can you? She knew Derek years before that.
Well, she might have. I'm just saying that's what caused the divorce. Her throwing herself at him.
Oh, well, we didn't know that, did we? No.
How you doing?
Oh, hello.
I was thinking, we've got a lot in common, you and me, haven't we?
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, we both had close associations with Baldwin. You might say he's had his evil way with both of us.
I beg your pardon?
No, I'm not trying to be offensive. I just thought we might compare notes, see if we could find his weak spot.
I'm sorry, but I'm not comparing notes about my husband with you or anybody else.
I think you're aware.
They're not going to like the idea. Vera especially.
What, because you don't think I'm serious about looking after you?
Oh, no, it's not that. Just, she looks on Brad as her only family, and the first thing she's going to think is, oh, that's it, I'll never see him again.
You can still bring them round here, and Vera can come round to us.
Oh, I know that. It'd be convincing her of that, though, won't it?
But you don't have any doubts, do you? I mean, you still want to come?
Oh, of course I do. I'd move in with you this afternoon.
Oh, I do. I do now. Hope you don't mind me calling.
No, son, any time.
How with the funeral?
Oh, very nice. They're all at the house now, but I'd had enough cook, you know.
Was it a burial or a cremation?
Oh, burial.
Oh.
Nice enough day for it. Yeah.
Well, we've been all right here. I gave Samantha a hand and then we closed up.
Oh, good girl. Good girl, aye. Right, I'll nip upstairs and get changed into something more comfortable, eh? Right. Right.
No, I'm going to have to tell him. I know I am. It's just a matter of choosing the right moment.
And there's no need to feel alone, love, because all you've got to do, pick up the phone. One of us will be here like a shot, won't we, Rita?
We will. Well, thank you. And thank you for coming.
I'm glad I could, love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I'm going to make tracks.
Yes, well, you've got quite a journey.
If he had one fault, Derek, it's that he tried too hard to please. And so people took advantage.
Yes, well, they won't anymore, will they, Edith?
There's some here passing themselves off as his friends. You listen to them. They thought he was a joke. In fact, from what I've heard, they found both of you rather amusing.
Oh, did they? Well, do you know, Edith, I really don't mind. But why am I telling you this, you who don't really matter? Perhaps it's his friends I should be saying it to. We're just talking about Derek and how some of you might have found him a figure of fun. Well, perhaps you find both of us figures of fun. Well, it doesn't really matter to me, not a bit. Because I loved him. And I know he loved me. And we were very happy together in this house. Happier than many of you could imagine. So thank you for all the kind things you said about what a wonderful man he was. And even if you didn't mean them, they were true anyway.
Bye, Edith. Come on, let's get you something to eat. You haven't done a thing all day.
Well said. Well, we did. Of course we sometimes laughed at him. I mean, I hold my hand up.
Well, you had to laugh sometimes. I mean, it was not funny.
I'm going to slip away. I'll see you.
Right, well, thank you so much for coming. I know it was good of you. Yes. Now, come on, get something. Come here.
It's all right. There's no need to look frightened. You made it very clear you don't know what to do with me.
I hope I have, yes.
Just don't say you didn't have your chance. Eh?